Hi, welcome back to Sean O'Mac. Today we're doing something which is a little different. I say a little different, I've done these before. It is my 3-month manga haul plus a little surprise for stuff that, everything that I've got for my birthday. So just wanted to quickly say before I start showing off everything that I got, this is going to be a little bit like one of those annoying videos where I go through and I haven't read most of the stuff. It's been a busy few months, so I haven't actually got round to reading most of my stuff yet. Hence why I'm doing a 3-month rather than a monthly. And this is probably the last manga haul you'll see until at least the new year, because I don't plan on buying anything else other than what I've already got, effectively. Like, I'm going to start no new series. Everything I've got I'm going to catch up with and read. And like I said, it's been a very busy few months, especially October. A couple of things, like I was just reading spooky manga because I want to do a whole spooky month, and 2, I was participating in like a form of Inktober, so I was trying to complete a drawing each day, which led to me not really doing much reading at all for October. So I'm going to be going through now. I'm going to be reading this stuff. So if I haven't got through at least like 20 volumes by next week, shout at me in the Discord or something. Just tell me off. And I will get back on that. But other than that, let's jump straight in, and we are going to go over some manga. So here we are. Hello, that was just a little bit of an introduction. We're going to jump straight in and go over everything I picked up now. So to start, I picked up Golden Camry, which I've actually done a video on. So I've been picking up, and I have actually been reading Golden Camry, so it's not... that's not the start of series that I've just picked up a load of and haven't actually read, because I have got a fair amount of volumes of Golden Camry here. Like I said, I have already done a video on Golden Camry, and I really enjoy it. So if you haven't checked out Golden Camry, I would definitely recommend it. But yeah, so I just picked up most of the volumes. I'm not completely up to date with this series yet. I haven't got all of the current volumes that are out. This is one of the series that is currently on my like high priority list. So now that I'm through October and I've done all the drawing and whatnot, I am going to be this one's going to be high on my priority list to catch up with. But here we are. So I've got 11 volumes of Golden Camry. So we've got the first 11. There's I think 17 or 18 out now, at least for the UK. So I'm going to be picking up, and definitely that is one that's on the high priority list. Next we have a series I don't really know anything about, and I'm yet to read these. It's only a 6-volume series, so I'm just going to binge this at some point in the next week or so. And that is a series called Nyankees, which I don't really know too much about. I just saw like a trailer come up on YouTube from Yen Press about this series, and I thought, if anything, it just looks super goofy. So if you can't tell, like, the premise is that there are cats, but they see themselves as, like, you know, thugs and gangsters, but they are literally just street cats or alley cats, or maybe like even owned cats, but they get into fights and stuff, and they see themselves as these sort of thuggish, like, Yakuza people. I don't know, like, it just seemed like a really interesting series, and a really interesting idea. So I picked all 6 of those up because why not? I'm really excited to read that, and we'll get to that shortly. Next is High-Rise Invasion. Oh, that is upside down. High-Rise Invasion. Now, I have been reading this series. Of course, I did a Halloween video recommending High-Rise Invasion. That's also upside down. So I've got a few of these volumes. After I read through the first one, I really enjoyed it, so I've carried on picking up, you know, all the volumes after I've been reading them. So these are all the current ones. There's, I think, only one other like omnibus volume that I have that is out that I haven't got yet, and also they are now turning this series into an anime, so check that out as well. Next is an absolutely fantastic series I also recommended in one of my Halloween videos, and that is Jujutsu Kaisen. So I have been catching up with the volumes that are currently out of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm reading ahead on the on the Shonen Jump app, but I'm picking up the volumes as they come out because I absolutely love the series anyway. Now, another series I'd not really heard anything about is called The Case Study of Vanitas. It looked like a steampunky sort of vampire series, and I don't really know anything about it, so I only picked up the first 2 volumes just to give it a try, and then once I've got through everything else, once I get to these, if I like it, I will continue it. But for now, that's sort of something that I really like the look of, and I will see about, if I like it, I will carry it on. So I just got those 2 volumes there. Now next is just a couple of like single volumes. I've got Promised Neverland volume 16. I'm keeping up to date with this series as well. I'm sort of I'm half tempted to like read the whole thing, but at the same time I kind of want to read it like volume by volume as it comes out, but I'm not decided whether I want to like get past this point yet. And then Spy Family 2. Now my girlfriend really enjoys reading Spy Family. It's something I sort of bought for her to read, but I will read this at some point. It's just something that she really enjoyed the first one, and I just got her the second one. Then we have some more horror stuff. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't actually show off there's a volume 11 to 12 of Horror's Invasion as well. I completely forgot I hid that under everything else. So I decided to pick up a load of Junji Ito because I've only ever read a couple of his omnibuses, and I decided to finally take the dive and pick up the rest. Now I've got the Dissolving Classroom. I've got Gyo. It's also upside down. So these 2 are, and Venus in the Blind Spot, which I also have here, which is an amazing cover. Like, I really love that artwork. They're the only ones I haven't read of his so far. Everything else I've currently picked up of his I have read, which includes Smashed, which has some decent stories in. I think definitely though my favourite so far of these like short story ones is Shiver. I think Smashed has got a really good selection, but Shiver is way better in my opinion. Also got Frankenstein, which is really cool in Junji Ito's style. And then lastly, Fragments of Horror as well, which also not a bad selection of stories. Probably the weakest, but still very good. I also picked up a couple of Shuzo, I can't even pronounce it. A couple of Shuzo Ashimi's stuff. So I've got Volume 2 and Volume 3 of Happiness. I'm going to continue this series as well. And I also got the first omnibus edition of the Flowers of Evil. Now, this, I think it's only in like 4. There's like 4 versions of these. So it's something that I'm just going to... I don't want to commit to any like longer series, but stuff like this that's fairly short, I'm happy to like dive in and get, you know, if there's only 4 volumes, I'm happy to go for those. So I got that as well. Curious to, I might do a video on that. Depends. I might do a video on all of these, to be honest, or any of these. It's just depends if I've got much to say about them, honestly. I also picked up the omnibus edition, the complete omnibus of Puella Magi Magica Magica. Really enjoy this. I know there's a side story that's like, or like side story omnibus that's also coming out shortly, so I'm 100% going to pick that up. I know I just said I wasn't going to get much manga, but that is one that it's not in like a series, it's just one sort of book omnibus like this, so I'll definitely pick that up at some point. I also picked up Portus, which was something I just stumbled across when I was looking to see what kind of horror I could find. Now, I was going to include this in one of the recommendations for Halloween, but then I read a couple of series that were just like far superior. This isn't bad, it's not bad at all, but compared to the other series I read in October, it was probably like one of the weaker ones. I'd still, if you're into horror, I'd still definitely recommend giving it a read though. I also picked up Shintaro Kago's Super Dimensional Love Gun. Now, this was something, funnily enough, I was going to read a few days ago. Then I watched On the Shelf's video about his, like, I think it was his manga, like, monthly wrap-up, and he mentioned that he couldn't even get through this because some of the pages, like, some of the stories were just, like, really gross, and I didn't really know what he meant by that, so I flicked through, and one of the sort of couple of pages I come across made me actually feel physically sick, and even talking about it now is making my gag reflex go, so, like, I'm not sure how I'm going to get through this, but I will at some point. You know, maybe not in the evening, maybe on like a happy sunny morning, I might attempt to read this without throwing up. I also got the Levius 3-in-1 edition, which is like a steampunk martial arts series, which, from what I can tell, has really fantastic artwork. Now, ages ago I picked up Levius Est Volume 1, and without realising it, well, I went to read it and realised that, or found out that this is like the prequel to Levius Est. So I picked this up. I'm going to read this before I start Levius Est, because I kind of want to read, you know, I don't know if this is a prequel or just to read before, but I'll just read it first either way. Now, I also picked up a fantastic series that I absolutely love. It's one of my favourite anime, and it's now got a fantastic manga release, like really nice collected volumes. That is Full Metal Alchemist, the Full Metal Edition. I mean, look at these. Like, they're such nice volumes. Like, I picked up a few of these, as well as like most of Golden Camry, when I managed to actually visit a forbidden planet a bit earlier in the year, in August, before everything went into like lockdown electric boogaloo, or lockdown 2 electric boogaloo, I should say. So yeah, we managed to like visit somewhere near the border of Wales for like a week in like a house that we'd rented, effectively, and I actually managed to visit a forbidden planet. It's the first time I've ever been to one, and it had like their 3-in-1 on manga, so I decided to start picking up the fantastic, just, you know, how great they look. I decided I have to, because it's one of my favourite series and the volumes look so good, I just couldn't. Now, for the last of everything I bought myself in the last 3 months, we've got a couple of big boys. Very big boys, very nice looking boys as well. We got the Berserk Deluxe Edition. Doesn't even fit in the frame, one sec. But there we are, still doesn't really, but the Berserk Deluxe Editions, I mean, these look absolutely fantastic. This was also something I picked up because of On the Shelf's recommendation. Just really nice quality. Now, the reason I haven't read this yet, I've not just got one though. I also picked up 2, which I haven't even taken out of the wrap, because I sort of wanted to preserve it, I guess. But the reason I haven't actually started this yet is not because I haven't got round to it. I really, really want to read this. I want to get all of the, you know, I think the first 16 volumes, which is the Golden Age arc, which everyone says is fantastic. On the Shelf said, I think he recommended to me on Twitter, like, I at least have to read the first arc because it's that good. So I'm getting these. When everything else is on my TBR that I've completed, I will continue to get these. It's just because these editions are not cheap. They're like 30 to 40 quid. So once I've caught up with everything else, I will finally read Berserk. Now finally, for some of my birthday stuff, let's just move the camera a little bit. So my mum, she got me volumes 4. I just dropped one of the volumes. Volume 4, 5, and 6 of the Full Metal editions, Full Metal Alchemist. I was really happy with this. They look, I mean, like I've just said, they look absolutely fantastic. So this was the first of my, you know, weeby birthday manga gifts. My good friend Lewis, shout out to him, he got me the one Junji Ito series that I didn't actually own. I borrowed it from a friend and read it originally a couple of years ago. And it was the one that I didn't actually own myself, and he got this for me, and it's so lucky that this was the only one I didn't have, and I'm really grateful he got this for me. I'll probably put a clip of him in now, of him delivering these to me. One of my other really good friends, Damien, he also got me another couple of things. So I have never actually read Ecchi before, and of course he went out of his way to get me Ecchi. So I've got the first volume of the Elder Sister-like one, which of course I've not taken out the wrapper yet. It's weird, like I have a weird thing, like I've not got around to reading them, so I don't want to remove them until I have to. I know that sounds strange, but whatever. So I believe this is an Ecchi series. I mean, banned on YouTube, so I'll probably cover that up, but so I'll get around to reading this. He also got me Air Gear Omnibus 1. Now his name on Twitter, @Railgear, shout out to him, is a mix of this series and Railgun, and I know he really loves Air Gear, so he got me the first omnibus, which I'm actually really excited to read. It's always nice to like get your hands on a series that a friend really enjoys, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. And of course, finally he got me something that I'm actually really, really excited to read as well, is the first volume of Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls. I'm actually really excited to read this. I didn't think I would be, and then he got it for me and I was just like, of course, I have to read this. My girlfriend's really excited to read this as well because she's a big ecchi trash person as well. So thanks to Damien Lewis for getting me some really great gifts there. And then, like I just mentioned, my girlfriend, she also got me a few gifts as well. So she got me Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Arjin Demi-Human. She knows I've really been looking forward to read. So she picked those up. I'm really grateful for that, for these. She also got me... She got me Beastars as well. So she got me the first 3 volumes of Beastars. I really enjoy this series. I got her to watch the anime, and she was a bit wary at first because of the CG, but I told her, trust me, like it really is good. And she finished this and really enjoys it as well. So she picked me up the first 3 volumes of Beastars. I absolutely love this series. I'm glad she ended up enjoying it as well, so we're going to probably read through this together. Then lastly, it's not manga, but one of the guys I work with, Gal, got me this, which is a custom case that someone has made, which is Bloodborne, which is my favourite game of all time, made to look like a PS1 game. Like, the amount of detail that is on this is absolutely insane. Like, even, you know, 1-player, memory card, all that kind of stuff. Just the case itself, and of course it's an actual case, so I could actually store the game in here if I wanted. This goes on my spooky shelf immediately. This is easily one of the coolest presents I've ever received. One, because it just is really cool, a really cool idea, and 2, because Bloodborne is obviously the greatest game of all time. So that those aside, this is a fantastic present. I just wanted to show off as part of this like manga haul as well, just everything that I got for my birthday. But that's pretty much that. So yeah, that's it. That is everything that I picked up in the last few months. There's a ton of stuff, I know, and I don't want it to be one of those videos where I haven't read most of this, which I haven't, because I will get to it. It's not just a thing that sits on my shelf for the sake of it. I do really enjoy reading manga. I just had a busy few months, but I'm going to get back to reading in full force now. Other than that, I just want to say a big thank you to, you know, all my friends, my family, my girlfriend, for getting me such great gifts. It's really been, like, despite the circumstances of 2020, like, it's been one of the best birthdays I've ever had, and I just felt super, like, I'm just very appreciative for that. And I also want to say a really big thank you to everyone who is in, like, the manga / AniTube community that wished me a happy birthday, either on Twitter or in Alonzi's Discord server, or any Discord server that I'm in, really. I just want to say that I really appreciate it. It's made my birthday absolutely fantastic, and I can't thank you all enough. That is the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know if you've picked up any of this stuff in the last few months, or, you know, what series you like, and what series you'll be planning to pick up as well. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on any of these series, basically. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. All that good stuff will be in the description below. And then I will see you in whatever I do next. So, thank you very much for watching. Shauna Mac, out.